They say that every story has two sides, right? But there's just one little tiny detail that people tend to leave out. At the end of the day, somebody is still lying. I mean, His and Hers explores that and so much more. I'm telling you right now, this will be the show that everybody and their mother will be talking about on social media. So you have not seen His and Hers, I need you to tap in and go check it out on Netflix. And for me personally, it's something about a good murder mystery thriller type TV show or movie that's just so juicy to me. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lauren Supports to talk about my review of His and Hers that is currently streaming on Netflix. And yes, this murder mystery thriller probe right here. Listen, all the moments my jaw was on the floor. All the details, all the little details that you may have to rewind. My jaw was on the floor for His and Hers. I gotta give my flowers to Tessa Thompson and John Barthol. They killed this limited series right here. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, please don't forget to comment, like, and share. We gotta talk about His and Hers. Before we go any further, let's get a quick synopsis of what His and Hers is truly all about. His and Hers is based off the best-selling novel by Alice Freeney, a twisted murder mystery about estranged spouses Detective Jack and news anchor Anna, who are pulled back together by a murder in their hometown of DeLonga, Georgia, where they both grew up and where Anna's high school friend group is connected to the victim, in which all the secrets and lies will be revealed in due time. I'm going to talk about the characters and we will continue to take a deep dive into it. Now, we end up meeting Tessa Thompson's character, Anna. Anna is a former but she's actually a reporter slash anchor in the news, right? And she left her hometown due to some of these demons of her past, a lot of trauma that was caught from her hometown, and she wanted to start a new life out there in Georgia, right? Now, the thing about Anna, she's still haunted by those demons of the past. But when she gets a call that, something happened back in her hometown, she wants to take on this story because her career has kind of been a little bit rocky. We know also, and I'll talk about Jack while I'm here as well. Her and Jack, her husband, John Barthol, they were once upon a time, they were together, right? But then they got separated and things got rocky in between them. And I really love, one thing I love so much about Anna. I work in TV news myself, so I know what it's like working with a hard news director sometimes, or I wouldn't say hard, but say challenging news director. Then you have another anchor who may be kind of jealous of you, and we see that right there. But also we see, some of the trials and tribulations that Black women have to face in the workplace altogether, period, right? Let's talk about Jack. Now, Jack, we know he is the sheriff of this town, right? But for me, when I saw John Barthol's character, he was kind of, at first kind of mean spirited a little bit, but then you saw those cute, cuddly moments there when he was interacting with his niece, whatever, stuff like that. And we, like I said before, we know that Anna and Jack previously married, but they had a child, and then the child got lost due to the mother, Anna's mother. We know what happened with that situation, and things just went haywire. But think about Jack. Let's keep it honest. That man Jack was a whoremonger because we saw him getting it on with Rachel, right? That chemistry between Tessa Thompson, John Barthol, Anna, and AKA Jack was absolutely electric. Like, listen, it was something about them. Like, only these two actors I really felt like really could play this type of role right here. The way they bounced off each other in that one scene when they was in the woods and they're trying to come back to each other, right? They're trying to talk it out, right? And if you saw it, I forgot what episode it was, but you know exactly what I'm talking about if you saw the show. But they was in the woods talking. She kept saying, "I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry, Jack." Those monologues going back and forth. You got her crying, and of course, in the end, they give her to make out, get busy, stuff like that. But listen, that was a great moment. That was probably one of the top 5 moments I think in on this show right here, without a doubt. If it's one character that kind of annoyed me but she later on ended up becoming the MVP. I'm talking about Praya. Praya, she kept digging, right? And she was putting all the pieces of the puzzle, thinking it was Jack and stuff like that. She kept digging, right? And for some reason, that just kept, I don't know what it was, but she just kept annoying me. It was something about that character. I'm like, girl, go sit down. Like, I don't know if you were trying to get promotion. I don't know what she was trying to do, but she, for some reason, man, oh my God, she just annoyed me. Of course, we know later when Anna and Lexi and them was at that cabin out there in the woods. She was outside. She shot little girl. She saved the day. MVP ball. We gotta give that to her. But listen, man, it was something about her, y'all. I don't know what if she. I think it was she just kept snooping around. She just constantly kept snooping around. But I gotta wild out with y'all right quick. I gotta wild out. What is it about this town? What is it about his and hers? But everybody seems to only get freaky in cars. Y'all ain't got no houses, no apartments that y'all want to go to. Y'all was getting freaky in cars outside at nighttime when it's raining. That is wild. That is extremely wild. Y'all are some freaky frogs down there in Delona, Georgia. That joint had me dying. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Maybe it's me. Freaky frogs, y'all. One of the things I love so much about his and hers, the way they shot it and the way they wrote it, they had you thinking at first that maybe it was Jack at the end of the day, but it turns out it really wasn't him. He had like a little component to it, but the way they flipped it, it wasn't him. And if you remember, I don't know if you guys seen that movie a while back, Mean Girls, right? This is what it reminded me of, because we know that Rachel, who was basically the head honcho of these Mean Girls, right? I think it was like four of the girls in high school. She was running the show, and whatever she said, they continued to do, right? But of course, she ends up getting murdered. That we saw what happened with her in the woods, and that's when everything from there just spirals completely out of control, because now all these Mean Girls are going to be basically offed. Like, they're going to die one by one. Like, there's a killer out there. We don't know who it is. We thought originally that it may have been Lexi, right? We thought it was a news anchor lady who was, doing the killing. But it turns out later on, there was somebody, there was someone that we didn't see. I didn't see it either. I did not see it. Turns out it was the mother, Anna's mother, Alice. We know that Alice is dealing with Alzheimer's, right? But hey, I guess some Alzheimer's wasn't too bad, because we saw, how she was killing all of these Mean Girls off one by one. So my question is, was Alice right doing what she had to do to protect Anna? One thing that pissed me off so much was when the big girl, Lexi, when she dropped that, I think it was a $20 bill on the carpet and made her pick it up. That pissed me off right there. So I gotta ask y'all this question. I gotta ask y'all this question right here. Was the mother Alice justified in going after all of the Mean Girls group and killing them basically one by one to protect Anna? Because we saw what happened with Anna in the forest. That was a sad situation. My heart was breaking for her as those men were touching her. They shouldn't have did that. Then you had those girls there. They're singing happy birthday. I'm like, bro, what is happening right here? What in the Blair Witch Project is going on? We got some serial killers out here. We got these older men. We got these young girls out here just looking at the molestation. You know what I mean? Like the touching of Anna going on. They're sitting back. They're singing songs. I'm like, bro, this is insane. And that is very traumatic for any person, you know what I'm saying, to be, assaulted in that nature right there. And don't be shocked when I say this right here, but when it comes to his and hers, it's not only just a murder mystery, but they also explore the elements of classism and privilege, right? We saw a situation with Lexi and her family. Again, like I said, how the mother, how Lexi, she dropped a $20 bill, and Alice's mother, and Alice, I couldn't get it right, but Alice had to pick it up off the floor, right? I thought that was very, very horrible because Alice, the mother, she'd been working hard her entire life. She tried to put her daughter in one of these great, I guess you could say like uppity type school. She wanted better for her daughter at the end of the day, even though she was kind of seeing, working her job, as like a housekeeper or janitor, however you really want to classify her. And I think as far as the elements of privilege, we see how certain folks can navigate things in the town or even in the newsroom, for an example, right? We saw the way the boss, he dangled Anna out there, but at the same time he was also looking out for the news anchor lady at the same time, right? And I think that's part of the privilege. He knows at the end of the day that Anna is better, right? But something about when you see, I hate to say this right here, a white woman, attractive white woman with the blonde hair on TV, it's kind of a different ballgame. Even though at the end of the day, Anna is, could be a better news personality. Overall, I think when it comes down to it, I can honestly give his and hers 10. Absolute cinema. I thought it was a banger, y'all. His and hers, again, I said this before, everybody's going to be talking about this show this weekend. I thought the chemistry was incredible. I thought the acting was incredible. I thought we had good storytelling. The pacing was great. Had no issues with the pace or anything like that. I was intrigued the entire 6 episodes. I wanted to binge watch like everybody else, but hey, our brother got to go to work. So all I could do 3 here and 3 the next day. And now I'm giving y'all my review. Tessa Thompson, stunning as always. Great actress. One of the best in Hollywood altogether, period, right? Jonathan Berthal, feel like he doesn't get his flowers enough in Hollywood. Definitely a leading man. Very he has that gritty tone to him, but also seeing the little butterfly effect with him, that he's not this big scary monster. There are certain moments in there where he actually showed his heart. So for me overall, like I said before, this was a 10. Make sure y'all check out his and hers, man. What a show. What a show. Like that ending, dog. Even with the ending, when as Anna is reading the letter and then things switch. Did y'all notice Anna reading the letter and then the mother started reading the letter? I was like, oh shoot. It was the mother. It was definitely the mother. His and hers, man. What a show. What a show. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.